Harry Howard Smith's wife had died, leaving an extensive estate, much of which was intended for Harry as the residuary legatee. The executor was a company which specialised in that role. Harry needed some payments to be made out of the estate to various other parties. He therefore wrote to the executors a letter which said, "I have to request you pay out of my interest as residuary beneficiary in her estate, either in shares or money at your discretion, to the persons and institutions hereunder mentioned, the amounts set out opposite to their names or titles respectively." The Victorian Comptroller of Stamps raced in to levy stamp duty on Harry's letter. Basically, if the function of the letter was to transfer an interest in property, then duty would have to be paid. The High Court ultimately found that this was not a transfer of an interest in property. To reach that conclusion, they considered the process for assigning or transferring an equitable interest in property. Harry's interest in the estate was only equitable because the estate had not yet been administered, so legal title in the property remained in the hands of the executors. In his judgment, Justice Dixon set out the rules for assigning an equitable interest. He said, "A voluntary disposition of an equitable interest may take one of at least three forms. It may consist of an expression or indication or intention on the part of the donor that he shall hold the equitable interest vested in him upon trust for the persons intended to benefit. In the second place, the disposition may consist of a sufficient expression of an immediate intention to make over to the persons intended to benefit the equitable interest vested in the donor or some less interest carved out of it. In the third place, the intending donor for whom property is held upon trust may give to his trustee a direction requiring him thenceforth to hold the property upon trust for the intended donee." Harry had merely requested the executors to assign the property. He had not directed them to do so, and he had not specifically nominated which property should be used to make the payments, allowing it to be either cash or shares. From this case, we learn that equitable assignment requires the expression of an immediate intention to pass an equitable interest from one person to another.